Alright guys, Mike here, MF Custom Garage. I know this week you're short a video and a couple other things, and I'm going to try to be consistent all the time with my videos. And that consistency for you guys is probably going to be Monday mornings coffee time. So if you're having coffee and you're working, 10 o'clock in the morning, mountain time, you should see my video. Anyway, with that being said, the reason why we're a little bit short with the video today, this week and stuff, is we bought a new camera. So hopefully this new camera, guys, helps us out, and the quality looks better, and the video looks better, and everything looks a lot better. And from what I can tell, it does. The sound is better on it. Now you still have to bear with me because sometimes we will be using the GoPro. Like, perfect example is going to be today when we do some paint work. Everything in the paint booth will be the GoPro because we can't afford to risk the lens on this camera in there. So anyway, with that being said, I got a few things I got to share with you guys, and just stuff we're going to go over because there's a lot to get done in the next little while. Barney is out of the booth and ready to paint. We're just washing it up, and I'll quickly show you guys that. We've got the hood and trunk lid for the Mustang in the paint booth, and we're doing something with that, and we'll go over that today. And we've got a whole list of stuff I want to show you guys. So with that being said, I'm going to move you guys to a board here we got, and we're going to continue on with this video. Just give me a minute. Alright guys, we're over here at the whiteboard and we're going to go over a couple things real quick. Yep, this is like school time 101. And I'm your teacher. So no bullshit, no spitballs, none of that crap. I'll tell you that right now. None will be tolerated. Just got to get this in the right position here, guys. Okay. I think we got it sort of in the right position. So on this bulletin board, I got a bunch of things written here, or whiteboard. I got a bunch of things written here. God damn it, I would make a crappy teacher. And trust me, there's a lot of them right now going, there's no way he could be a teacher, given what I did in school. So anyway, we got the Mustang, Barney, the C10, my black one with the turbo, the Galaxie, which you know what we're doing with that, Miles Mayhem, the van, which we haven't talked much about the van, and we got another van here next week we're going to do some work on, and we'll do an introduction to the vans. And I got up their trailers. So first things first, Mustang. The hood's got to be painted, the trunk, the pans, the headlight buckets, the headlights all got to be set up. Needs a front disc brake kit and reassembly. That car, I haven't talked much about it, guys, is a 64.5 convertible. And we'll do some more stuff with it, introductions, stuff like that, and show you what it looks like. Barney, we got to paint the cab, paint the box, plus do a spray and box liner that matches. Brand new windshield, reassemble, and Jay will be here a bunch to help with that. My C10, there's a box I'll show you guys in the back that I kind of been working on that I'll go over real quick this morning. The trans has to come out, and then the other converter has to be put in. And then we got to retune it. And there's another thing that's pissing me off with that truck, and it has for quite some time. I have an OBS style seat in it, and the seat I'm a fan of. The fact of the matter is it sticks up in the window. It really pisses me off. Sitting up about 1.5 inches and into the window, back window. So what we're going to do, and this is something that I know there's a lot of OBS trucks or C10s like mine, 67 to 72s run around with OBS seats in them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to section that pedestal. So we're going to section the seat mount, and we're going to move that down about 1.5 inches, I figure, and then the seat will sit even with the window. So I think that'll make a huge difference in how it looks and just overall comfort too. The Galaxie needs a trailer hitch for Miles of Michigan. It needs the brakes bled really bad because I abused them last year, and I think it actually has a little bit of moisture in the lines because they were used so hard, or we put from boiling the fluid. So we got to bleed the brakes. seat mounts. The seat mounts all work. The track slide, everything is good. They're comfortable. Everything looks good for like a long trip. But they're welded, but they're not final welded. And so we got to final weld them. We got to paint them and then put the seats back together because we got to do those rear roll bars, which I have rear blow bars up here. We'll do that. And I went Friday and got all the tube metal to do that. So the tubing's all here to do that. We got to pull the trans out of the Galaxie. I've had that C6 out before, but we're going to put a low gear set in it to give us a little more down low, but also we can back the gears off a little bit to make it a little more highway friendly. So final gear, we got to figure that out. Right now I've got 370s in the car, which is a huge change even from what I was running earlier this year, because I've had some 3.0s in it, a few other things. So anyway, I even had 350s, but the one gear set we don't have is a 3 1/4, and I think with the low gear set, we're probably going to look at running about a 3 1/4. So anyway, rear gear's got to go in it. So the disc's got to come apart one more time. That's a big deal. I can kind of do that in my sleep. That was rear bars and then bleed the brakes. Can't even read my own writing. And then Phytech, I've got a phone call into them. I don't know if we're going to go with microscreen ECU. I'm not sure. I'm looking into that, guys, and I'm going to try to do something if Phytech will give me the information to do it. I'm going to try to take my 600 Easy and change it to a 600 Power Adder because I believe the throttle body is the same. The ECU and the handheld may be different. We'll buy an ECU. The handheld can hold the software. We'll do that. If it can't hold the software, then what I'm going to do, guys, is we'll buy the ECU and the handheld, and that should give us the nitrous controller. It should also give us timing control, which we may use, we may not. I'm not too sure. I want to look into that a little bit. I have used the timing control on a Phytech before on some other cars I did for some other people, and it does work okay. Yeah, I never tried it also with a CDI box. So we may try the two together and see how it works out. The van, the trailer hitch has to be beefed up a little bit to pull the new deck trailer. And then I've got, the carb. The carb needs some work. It needs accelerator pump adjustment. I think we'll put wideband into the van as well, so we know exactly what our air fuel ratio is, and we'll do a little bit of tuning on that. The cruise control, we got to figure out if we're putting a new aftermarket cruise control on or we're fixing the original GM. I don't know, but the cruise control's got to get fixed, and we're going to put a backup camera. Okay, next, like I said, we got a lot of stuff to do. We got to build a trailer from scratch for our drag and drive trailer. It's going to be a 3x7, I think. I don't want a 4x8 trailer because it'll be a little wide in my mind. So I think we're going to build a 3x7. I got a design in my mind, and I'm pretty sure we're just going to go after that and build it. I looked at an axle actually this last weekend when I was at Princess Auto buying some stuff. So I think we'll go after that. And then we got to figure out how to mount the trailer onto the new deck trailer with the car on and everything ready to go to Michigan. So that's what we're up against in the next little while and what you guys are all going to get to see. So with that being said, I am going to show you guys a couple of things that are in the shop that we talked about here on this board, some of which you'll get to see as we go along. But yeah, and today, like I said, we're painting Mustang parts, and we've actually already started on that a little bit. And we've got some video rolled for you guys, and we'll show you some stuff this morning, and then we'll go from there. Anyway, guys, I don't know if I'm going to do it here, but I probably am yet. Like, share, subscribe, do the thing. Guys, really subscribe. We really want this to go somewhere, and we're really hoping to do some good things before we leave for Michigan, but after we get back from Michigan, there'll be some absolutely cool stuff going on. So, yeah, we'll go take a look at a few things in the shop, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys. One other thing we're going to show you real quick, and we're not going to get crazy into it, but it'll give you a real good idea. This is the 1964.5 Mustang that's here that I painted just over a year ago, I guess now. But as you can tell, we were buffing on it, and it's coming along, and we got to deal with the hood and the trunk and some other stuff. So that's as far as I'm going with it for now. If you looked at my short videos, you'll have seen the 289 that's actually in this car and running. The car runs I'll give you a couple other things about it. The car still runs an 8-inch, 350 gear, C4, and we'll go over a bunch of that stuff. Okay, next thing, guys, I bought, for here, I want to explain a couple things as to what's going on. So, I think I showed this before on the channel, but I'm not 100% sure. This is a box that I started making that holds the fuel cells for this truck, and we're putting a piece of tubing across the front there, and on that side it has a 470 Hellcat pump in it, Walbro 470 pump in it, the battery. This tank here is just a transfer tank, so the big pump's in there. Eventually we may add another pump to here, so that we can have dual fuel pumps on board in case one ever failed. I thought might be nice because, like I said, we're going to drive this truck a lot. We already have. It's been to Las Vegas once. So this is an inside look of this box and how it's constructed. And we got some bead rolls in it and stuff like that. And the top of it's going to be black. The back of it here, as you can see, is going to be match this box liner in here. And then we're going to restain the floor. But what I picked up is I've got a linear actuator there and a shock for the one side. And we are going to make it so that that lid will electrically open. So if you're sitting somewhere, you should be able to just lift this up, do your fueling, and then it should just go down, just all with a switch in the cab. And I bought nothing fancy here, but I bought a momentary switch, so just to open and close it. And we'll put that in the dash with the gauge selector. So yeah, that's just a quick update on this. And like I said, this also needs the transmission taken out because we have to put the converter back in. So we'll deal with that at the same time. All right. All right, guys, updates quick. Another thing I was going to say with this, and it kind of happened in between me starting to film and not film, was on the Galaxie here, I had changed the intake. Last summer when I was running the car, I was running a Performer RPM on it, and we changed this intake to a Torquer 2 now that they're sort of back available and we're in stock. So anyway, it seems to have picked up a bunch with the Torquer 2. Last week, I didn't take you guys with me, but I was able to run it a bit and try it out, and it definitely seems like it freed it up, and the Phytech definitely liked it better. Like I said, we're still dealing with that because we definitely are looking to get a little better nitrous controller. Even though we have the NX one right now, I'm just looking to maybe be able to lock that fuel table. So, and like I said here, I'm just going to open this door quick. If you look under here, you can see the seat brackets that I built for these seats. They've all been welded and they've been finished, and they slide. Here, guys, I still got to do this with one hand, unfortunately. Okay, maybe we're not going to slide it. But they slide perfectly, and what we're going to do is pull those out, and of course, like I said, we're going to be putting the rear bars in here. We've got the tubing here to do that. So as we do that, we'll get those done too. So And then this thing is getting closer definitely to getting ready to go. Anyway, guys, that concludes our school lesson for today and this part of this video. So like, share, subscribe, do the thing, ring the bell. Let's go from there. And today, like I said, we're going to take you on a journey here a little bit of painting the hood trunklet. So we're going to have the camera, the good camera outside the booth, and we'll be running on the GoPro inside the booth. So anyway, that's where we're going with the rest of this. So like I said, do the thing, guys. Really subscribe. It'll help me out a ton. And we'll go from there. Thanks.